So why did you decide to become a coach?
Well, back in 1994, I was working as the worst copier salesman in America, and Coach Seaman from Hopkins gave me a call and asked me to be assistant coach at Johns Hopkins at that time. So I took that job for $4,000 a year. So I kept that for a few years, but I became a coach because I just love working with players and getting out there and competitiveness. And I think it's been a great thing to help kids come achieve all their goals that they've had in their lives and get to where they want to go. So it's a lot harder than you think, helping kids grow and raise and get them to kind of get goal oriented to what they want to do in their lives. But it's been a fun trip, and I've been doing it for 29 years now. So hopefully here's to another at least 15, I hope.
So my dad actually was a coach for about 15 years, baseball, basketball, and kind of just got into it from him when I was young. And then after college, I got done playing at Lock Haven, and next best thing for me was to coach, and it's definitely a rewarding feeling for me. I love seeing the guys improve each day, and then obviously once they graduate, it's a pretty cool feeling to be a coach. And when they text me about life updates, it's awesome. So kind of from started with my dad and now with all these guys coming through that I've coached, it's been really rewarding for me.
I had a lot of really great coaches in my youth, all the way up through high school, and I love the way that they impacted my life, and so I wanted to do the same for youth, for young adults.
I have an affinity for the light bulb moment. So when you get to work with athletes who you care about and they're very passionate and they have that light bulb moment, there's no other profession that you can get that from.
I had an opportunity to play at a pretty high level. Played professional baseball. I also got to play at a really good school where I had an awesome coach in college. And my dad was a really great coach. So all of those things just got me into baseball and wanted to keep giving back.
I guess it's a great mix between education and sports. I've always really been into teaching and I've been very athletic my entire life. So it's been a really nice mix between education and sports.
I became a coach because of all the incredible coaches that I had as a student athlete. And, they really pushed me to be the best version of myself every day. And I hope to do that for my players.
Pretty much because of my passion for the sport and use all of my eligibility as an athlete. So after that, the only way to stay connected with the sport was to influence the future and help them out.
Wow, that's a great question. I was very fortunate to have some amazing high school coaches, in particular one that made a really big difference in my life. I probably wouldn't have gone to college had it not been for my high school coaches' enthusiasm about development. And then when I got to college, I had another great coach my freshman year, and then I had transferred after my sophomore year to York College, Pennsylvania, and Coach Gamber, Jeff Gamber, is a legendary coach and really instilled the values of higher education, teamwork. It was just really transformational. And then when he asked me to stay on board as an assistant coach, it was really meaningful. And then I got to be a head coach of coaching women's tennis. And I just felt that if I could make a small impact on people's lives the way those coaches made an impact on mine, then I could hopefully make a difference. And now as athletic director, being able to make a difference for our coaches and our student athletes and try to help them build confidence in themselves, help them, learn about perseverance and learn about how they can stretch themselves as a person, not necessarily the sport, but in all they do.
Because I like to coach. I like kids. I like interaction with student athletes. I really enjoy the work. I like to work long hours. I like to be outside. Never saw myself as a sit at the desk kind of guy. But here I am sitting at my desk typing away at my computer. So mostly the interaction with players that keeps you young, makes it fun.
I decided to become a coach, one, because I love the sport. Hockey, I wanted it to be a part of my life forever. And the next step was to dive into coaching. And I realized that through that, it really was about the relationships with the athletes and, your coworkers, your co-coaches, and being involved in the sport is it.
I became a coach because I love to help other people achieve their goals.
I became a coach over 20 years ago now because of my passion for the game. I just love the game, and I didn't want it to end after my playing career. So I wanted to give back. I wanted to be on the field. I wanted to be around soccer as much as I could, and so this led me to my coach.
Now it's on. Okay.
Why'd you decide to become a coach?
So my dad actually was a coach for about 15 years, baseball, basketball, and kind of just.
I became a coach to empower young women, and I love the thrill of winning.
The reason why I became a head coach, when I was younger, I used to help my father coach football. And I got so much of a charge out of helping kids achieve. I was almost as young as they are, yet he let me call the football plays on the sidelines. And ever since that point, I have loved coaching, and I love the excitement of being part of the game.